Hi, and welcome to Make English Easy, podcast and real English. I'm Emma, and today I'm here with Alex. In this podcast, you'll learn real, natural English through everyday conversations. Listen, relax, and improve your English step by step. Let's get started. So, hi, Alex. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, Emma. Happy to be here. How about you?
I'm very well, thank you. Today, I thought we could talk about something everyone experiences, everyday activities, our daily routines.
Oh, that's a great topic. It's full of useful vocabulary that you can use every single day.
Exactly. The words and phrases we'll talk about are essential for any English learner. So let's start at the beginning of the day. Alex, could you walk us through your typical morning routine?
Sure. Well, my day starts pretty early, around 6:30 in the morning. The first thing I hear is my alarm clock, of course. And honestly, the very first thing I do is hit the snooze button.
The snooze button. I think many people can relate to that. So you like to get a few extra minutes of sleep.
Definitely. I am not a morning person. So what that means is I don't feel very energetic or happy in the morning. After snoozing the alarm maybe once or twice, I finally get out of bed.
I see. And what happens next?
Well, after I get up, I head straight to the bathroom. I'll brush my teeth, wash my face, the usual stuff. Then, and this is a bit of a habit, I check my phone. I scroll through emails and social media for about 10 minutes.
Okay, so you catch up on what's happening online. To scroll through means to move up and down on your phone screen, right?
Exactly. After that, I feel a bit more awake. Then it's time for the most important part of my morning, coffee. I can't function without my morning coffee.
I completely understand. So you make coffee at home?
Yes, I have a coffee machine. While the coffee is brewing, I usually prepare a simple breakfast. Nothing fancy. Maybe some toast with avocado or a bowl of cereal. I just need to grab a bite before I start my day.
Grab a bite. That's a great phrase. It means to get something to eat quickly, doesn't it?
That's right. It's informal. You wouldn't say it in a fancy restaurant, but it's perfect for everyday conversation. So basically what I mean is I have a quick breakfast and then I get dressed and I'm ready for the day.
That sounds like a very standard and efficient morning. What about me? Well, my morning is a little different. I'm actually a morning person. I like waking up early.
Oh, really? So no snooze button for you?
Rarely. I usually wake up before my alarm. The first thing I do is drink a large glass of water. Then I do about 15 minutes of stretching. It helps me wake up my body.
That sounds so healthy. I should probably try that.
It makes a big difference. After stretching, I'll take a quick shower and then have breakfast. I prefer tea over coffee in the mornings, and I like to listen to the news on the radio while I eat.
Right, so you catch up on the news that way. That's interesting. Our mornings are quite different, but we both end up ready for the day.
Indeed. So after the morning routine, we move into the main part of the day. For most people, that means work or study. What does your workday look like, Alex?
Well, I work from home, so my commute is very short. I just walk from the kitchen to my home office.
The best kind of commute. The word commute means the journey to work for our listeners. So what do you do once you're at your desk?
The first thing I do is check my work emails and my calendar to see what meetings I have. I make a to-do list for the day. It helps me stay organized. After that, I get down to work.
To get down to work, that means to start working seriously.
Yes, precisely. I usually work for a few hours on my main tasks. I'm a graphic designer, so I spend a lot of time on my computer using design software.
Right. And do you take breaks?
Oh, absolutely. It's really important. Around noon, I take a proper lunch break. I try to step away from my desk and eat in the kitchen. Staring at a screen all day can be tiring.
That's very wise. So you have a lunch, and then what does your afternoon look like?
The afternoon is usually for meetings. I have a lot of video calls with clients and my team. After the meetings, I'll finish up any remaining tasks. I try to wrap up my workday around 5:30 or 6 p.m.
To wrap up means to finish, so you finish your work around 6. That sounds like a very structured day, especially for working from home.
I have to be. Otherwise, it's easy to get distracted. Let me say that again in a simpler way. If I don't have a plan, I don't do much work. What about you, Emma? Your workday must be quite different since you don't work from home.
That makes perfect sense. So the workday is finished. Let's talk about the evening. What do you usually do to relax after work?
The first thing I do is change out of my work clothes, even though I'm at home. It helps my brain switch from work mode to relax mode. Then I usually do some form of exercise.
Oh, that's good. What kind of exercise?
I like to go for a run in a nearby park, or sometimes I'll just do a workout at home. It helps me to clear my head after a long day of work. After that, I'll take a shower and start thinking about dinner.
Do you enjoy cooking?
I do, actually. I find it relaxing. I'll put on some music or a podcast and cook a nice meal. Sometimes my partner and I cook together. After dinner, we usually wind down.
Wind down. That's another brilliant phrase. It means to relax after a period of activity. So how do you wind down?
We might watch a series on Netflix or maybe a movie. Or sometimes we just sit and chat about our day. On other nights, I might read a book or play some video games to chill out.
To chill out is a very common informal way to say relax. It sounds like you have a nice balance. My evenings are quite similar. I also love cooking. After dinner, I often call my family or friends for a chat.
That's a great way to stay connected.
It is, and before bed, I try to stay away from screens. I usually read for about half an hour. It helps me to sleep better. Then it's time to hit the hay.
Hit the hay. That's a fun idiom. It just means go to bed, right?
Exactly. It's very informal and friendly. So that covers a typical weekday. But what about the weekends, Alex? Are they very different?
Oh, for sure. On weekends, I try to break the routine. First of all, I don't set an alarm. I let myself wake up naturally. That's the best feeling.
I agree. A little sleep in is wonderful. So no strict schedule on Saturdays and Sundays.
Not really. Saturday morning is usually for chores. Things I have to do around the house. I'll do the laundry, clean the apartment, and go grocery shopping for the week ahead.
Right, getting the boring stuff out of the way. Chores are small jobs you do regularly at home.
Yep, but after the chores are done, the rest of the weekend is for fun and relaxation. I might meet up with friends for lunch or go to the cinema. If the weather's nice, I love to go for a hike or spend time outdoors.
That sounds lovely. So your weekends are a mix of being productive with chores and then socializing or enjoying nature.
That's the idea. Sundays are usually quieter. I might visit my family or just have a lazy day at home, reading and preparing for the week to come. Basically, it's all about recharging my batteries.
Recharging your batteries is a perfect way to describe it. It means to rest and get your energy back. Well, that gives us a really clear picture of your week. I think we've covered a lot of really useful vocabulary for our listeners today. We've talked about everything from waking up to going to sleep.
Yeah, definitely. It shows how much of our language is built around these simple daily actions.
Absolutely. Before we finish, let's do a quick recap of some of the key phrases we used, a short summary.
Great idea.
Okay, so first, we had to be a morning person, or in Alex's case, not a morning person. This just describes if you like mornings or not.
Right. Then there was to grab a bite, which means to get a quick meal. For example, I'm hungry. Let's grab a bite to eat.
Then we had to get down to work, which means to start working seriously. And at the end of the day, you wrap up your work, which means you finish it.
And in the evening, it's important to wind down or chill out. Both of those phrases mean to relax.
Yes, and finally, when you're ready for sleep, you can say it's time to hit the hay. It's a fun, informal idiom for going to bed.
I think that's a fantastic summary. Listeners can try to use some of these phrases to describe their own daily routines.
That's a great piece of advice. Practice is key. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for sharing your routine with us, Alex.
My pleasure, Emma. It was fun to talk about.
And a big thank you to all our listeners for tuning in to Make English Easy. We hope you found this conversation helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to our podcast so you don't miss our next episode. Until then, keep practicing and have a great week.
Before you go, tell us in the comments.
What is one everyday activity you do every day, and how do you feel about it?
Write one short sentence in English.
Don't forget to subscribe for more real English conversations.
See you in the next episode.
Bye for now.